Tyson was trying, I think Tyson is trying to buy himself a good conscience. When we met, he said I call him a coward. I'm like, wow, like where did you hear that from? I never make that statement in anybody. I never call anybody a coward, unless you're really a coward. But I don't care, call a man that step in the ring and fight another man a coward. And I'm like, yeah, you say you beat me and that. I'm like, yeah, I do beat you. That doesn't mean I call you a coward, but I do beat you. Then he was like, yeah, and then why your record say 0-1? I'm like, yeah, well, if it's about the record, I really started doubt now if what your record said is true, because I do beat you. And then and I think the argument was about that, and I have to ask him, like, in fact, why did you get your fight? Why do your fight get postponed from December 23rd? Like, he said, yeah, I get caught. I'm like, did you slip on the floor or something? No, you didn't slip. Why did you find yourself on the floor in the fight? You didn't slip. I think so. I have my statement to make, but either way, I mean, for me, it wasn't a problem, and then it wouldn't be a problem if somebody claimed that he has to win over me. It's a competition, and then when it goes to decision, people have a right to believe that they have win, or that the judges that they should have win, or stuff like that. But it seems for him to be a problem. I'm like, either way, we don't need to sort this out now. We will run it back. So you better be ready, and then because I will be ready. It will not be my first battle anymore, and I'm gonna bring everything that I have with me. I'm gonna throw it all at you.
We were told that you stood up to him, stood your ground, but that you were calm.
No, I was very calm.
Was there ever a moment where you thought you might not go that way?
No. I was very calm, and I told him, I'm like, the only moment that you have a chance is in the boxing ring. So you can hit up, but as for right now, I know you can do shit. You can talk shit, and you can do shit because
he can't intimidate you. Is what you're saying, yeah? He can't intimidate you.
He can't intimidate me.
He can't intimidate you.
Tyson can intimidate him.
No.
Me.
No.
Again, the only moment that he has a chance is when the boxing rules apply. Yeah. If you take that around, I beat him every day from Monday to Sunday, maybe twice on Sunday.
Where was Anthony Joshua when all this was happening?
Where was Anthony Joshua?
He was just sitting in the corner.
Yeah, I think he was in the corner. The room was very quiet. Everybody was in the room. Joe Parker was in the room. Zhang was in the room. I do believe so. Yeah. But everybody was so quiet. But Tyson is always the guy that's more loud, talking. I'm like, bro, this doesn't matter. You can talk, but you know what's truly happened. I think if you are truly defeated, then now you are defeated.
Do you think he's angry with his performance?
I think so. I think he's a little frustrated about the outcome, because I also followed the news after the fight, and then I didn't like to be in his shoes.
Any boxing when you do run it back, what would you change? You're doing all that counter punching in the first fight. What would you change in a rematch? What would you?
In my boxing?
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, that was my first fight. I have to learn a lot from that fight. As I was saying earlier, I stepped in that fight questioning myself about everything, about my jab. Okay, can I throw a jab? Do I ever throw a jab in a professional boxing match in front of a champion? Can I do that? So everything, it was a lot of questions. Can I do 2 rounds? Can I do 4? Can I do 6? Regardless of the training that I had, I knew that it could be different in the fight. Training is always different in the fight than the fight. I had a great training camp, but I was still I don't know what's gonna happen here. So I was holding stuff back. I was just playing, maintaining my pace to get to the end of the fight. At any moment, I didn't throw any punch like, okay, let's really hit him. I think only once like I threw some punch, I missed. I'm like, okay, you son of a bitch, you're lucky. But I'm like, don't throw yourself out like that. Control you, stay composed, stay fundamental, basic, and then just play like that. So, and then I do believe that with a couple more fight, I will get improved. I will get the understanding of the game. I will have the body mechanics. You know, I will be comfortable of like high up the pace of the fight. You know, maybe put more power, a little more, not too much.
Are you already much more dangerous, do you think, this time around, just from what you've learned, even in that fight?
More dangerous, I don't know. I do know that I have improved. I don't see myself like the danger. I see myself as the guy that is in danger and that has to do everything to protect himself, defend himself from the danger.
What do you find more tiring, mixed martial arts or boxing? And you know you've had the one fight, but was that more exhausting or not as much?
Now it depends, right? First of all, it depends on the pace. It depends on like who is doing it. Like I've been doing mixed martial art for a long time. I know I have the experience. When I'm tired, I know how to manage a fight. I know how to rest up. I know how to pick up my space, up, down, and all those stuff, right, in martial art. Which is now I have the body mechanics that also understand the mixed martial art stuff, because I've been doing it. My body been doing it for so many times, so we used at it. Boxing is something still new, right? So I know that maybe after 3, 4, 5 fight, my body will feel very different. And also like one thing that occurred to me, and I didn't really pay attention to that was a fight that I was my first fight in maybe 21 months exactly.
Yeah.
You know, like all sport combined. I went out, had a knee injury, knee surgery, you know, and then go to the recovery process, who was over a year, and then come to my first training camp. Who wouldn't be easy, even if he was MMA, but he has to be boxing, which is a new one. And my body has to suffer for that. I can tell you, my body I felt it. I felt it different.
Everybody talks about your power, and rightly so. You know, the biggest puncher on the planet. But Tyson Fury landed big right hands on you, and even an elbow, and he didn't hurt you. And he's knocked out some good guys recently. Do you think perhaps your chin and your resilience is even more powerful than your punching?
I hope so, but I
When was
hope
the last
so.
time you was buzzed or hurt?
Huh?
Does it take a lot to hurt you in sparring?
I don't want to find out. I have fun hitting than getting hit.
Yes.
So I prefer hit others. I never find out if I have it.
Francis, is your best chance in this fight to be explosive early against him?
No, I know that I can be explosive in the 10th round. Do you see my Superman punch in the 10th round? Okay, so I get in the 10th round, I'm like, okay, I feel like I still get something. Like, I feel like I'm not done. Maybe I could have, because the 8th round was a little more pace up, and then the 9th round, I'm like, okay, chill down, let your heart rate go down, and then come back in the 10th round. I'm like, feel pretty good. You know, I still have something to put in it. So then I understand that I do not need to rush I don't need to rush on the first round. You know, it's not like, okay, if I miss the 3rd round, I will lose the fight. I know that I can still win even in the decision. I can still win if I don't really cut him, and if we have a tough fight.
You truly believe you can win on points as well in this fight?
I truly believe. I want Tyson Fury on point. So how come I cannot believe that? And I did, even though it was a struggle in my mind, but I tend to believe that it was possible, and that's why I get there.
Even though the man behind this, Turki Al-Sheikh, seems determined that Tyson Fury will fight Anthony Joshua. If you could knock Anthony Joshua out, but you still think, even though he wants that fight,
If he what?
he wants Fury Joshua, you still think he can win on points?
You say if we won't.
So Turki Al-Sheikh seems to want Tyson Fury to fight to beat Usyk,
Yeah.
Joshua to beat you, and for them to fight. So you still think that you can win on points?
It's not what he wants, the problem.
Do you think the judges could be influenced, perhaps, by the fact that they're trying to set up this?
Listen, I can control what I do. What happened in the Tyson Fury fight? I beat him, and a lot of people will agree with me. But again, I do what I can do, right?
I'm not trying to trick you up.
Okay.
You may say you haven't watched Anthony's career because you don't like to. But if you could say that there's one punch that Anthony Joshua really struggles with, do you know? Would you hazard a guess at what it is?
When he really struggle with,
One punch that always causes him problems.
cause him problem. I think every punch that landed, will always cause him problem, right? When he fought Andy, I think, Andy Ruiz, I think the left hook was a huge problem for him.
That's what counts.
It's been a problem his whole career.
Huh?
It's been a problem for his whole career.
Yeah, and Dillian White.
Yeah.
When he fought early in his career against Dillian White.
Yeah.
Body shots, right?
Well, everything can hit everybody. If you don't stay open, think like, oh, yeah, I don't have problem on this side. No, I don't want to. Nobody want to find out, and I'm sure he doesn't want to find out. Even on the right one, he doesn't want to take a punch, right? And nobody want to do that. But yes.
Francis, see,
Last question, sorry.
the Fury rematch is always there. If you were to beat Anthony Joshua on Friday, what dragons are left to slay? What more would you want to do in boxing after that?
What?
What more is left for you to do in the sport? If you were to beat Anthony Joshua, Fury rematch aside, what else do you want to do? You've got the PFL contract.
I'll wait for the winner of the Undisputed. I'll wait for the winner of Usyk and Tyson Fury. That's what I will do next. I'll wait. Sure.
Very good.
But besides that fight, I think there's still a lot of fight out there that I can do. I think I can go back and take some normal fight of my caliber, if they say so. Maybe two to get straight.